Hello everyone, Berserkhead here, and welcome to episode 1 of this new Let's Play that I'm starting. I'm gonna be playing as one of the new Slavic factions for Total War Attila. As you probably know if you've been watching my channel for a while. Whenever a new DLC comes out for Total War Attila, I usually start a Let's Play as one of the new factions, and this one's gonna be no exception. The Slavic culture pack just came out, and we have 3 new factions, all of which are, of course, Slavic. And these are my very first impressions. The DLC just came out like a couple of hours ago, and now I've had the chance to play it. So let's see which faction I'm going to be playing as. So first of all, we have the cultural trait for all Slavic factions. We have hardy warriors. Construction cost minus 50% for main settlement buildings. So that's interesting. Main settlement buildings, I guess that means like in the capital, I guess. Or like the first chain of buildings in each settlement. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it's gonna be useful either way. I guess I'm gonna find out. We have immune to snow attrition as well, which would be useful as you know, we're gonna be starting in the very like northeastern part of the map, so the climate is gonna be harsh. And then we have no colonization cost, which is a very, very interesting cultural trait. I usually like colonizing in Attila. It's just like a new mechanic, so I usually like to do it. Most of my campaigns that I've played, I just enjoy colonization just because it's like a new thing, but it's usually very costly, and it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be cool to be able to, you know, colonize without any without it costing any gold. So yeah, we have 3 new factions as usual. We have the Slovenians, we have the Antians, and we have the Venedians. Now I don't know which one I'm gonna be playing as. I haven't decided yet, but maybe I'm gonna do the Venedians because the initial challenge for those guys is easy, and apparently they start with a few settlements. And I usually when I start a new campaign, I just like to have you know, a small faction. Those guys, they're going to be very hard. Last time I started playing a campaign that was very hard, that was the Vandals in the last Roman, and that didn't end up too well. And then we're going to do, yeah, then we have the Venedians, and that's the faction that we're going to be playing as. So, let's see our faction traits. We have In Touch with the Ground, which gives us, like, farms don't have any negative effects, which would be useful, as they usually give quite a lot of squalor and, you know, public order penalties in most cases, so that's going to be interesting. Plus 100% income from farming, which would be useful, and minus 50% from commerce, industry, and culture. So these guys are really big into farming, and we're gonna have to build like a lot of farms, and we're gonna try to support like our people by building farms, and you know, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So let's start this. So yeah, I've been particularly excited about this DLC, and I've been waiting for it for a while, since, you know, these are the Slavic factions, and as you probably know, I'm Slavic myself. South Slavic, but still, like, those are, you know, these are the early like Eastern Slavic tribes. But you know, it's interesting. It's just interesting to finally have some Slavic factions in a Total War game. I mean, they were available before. I've actually played as some of them because there was like a mod for it. But it's nice to see them in the vanilla game now. Well, it's still gonna have to buy the DLC, but you know. As for the should you buy it, as usual, it's gonna come out in like a week or something. I'm gonna try to pump it out as fast as possible. We're not gonna watch that because when they add like new factions, like new DLCs, they don't really create new intros for the factions. So yeah, we're not really gonna do that. All right. So let's listen to this.
And instigators of their great expansion across Eastern Europe. Yet great dangers threaten all we have accomplished. Dangers we must face if we are to survive. The Huns are upon us. They have descended from the steppes with the changing climate, destroying all in their path. They will soon turn their savage eyes to us. Yet hope is not lost. There is wisdom, perhaps, in treating peacefully with them, and purchasing our safety in the process. The lands they have ravaged have been all but abandoned. We could be the ones to recolonize them. The soil is barren and burned, But we Slavs are masters of the land, able to nurture any earth back to fertility. Let the Huns burn and pillage, so long as we are safe. Beyond their anger and destruction, there will be a world for the taking. Our world.
Alright, so that's cool. So basically we have the Huns coming from the east and they're destroying pretty much everything in their path, as the guy said. And, you know, we are sort of going to be aiming to recolonize that and just like, you know, take back all the settlements that they managed to destroy. So we start with the 2 settlements of our own, right? Let me just make sure. Yeah, we do. We have 1 province. Public order is not great. So let's see here what we can do about it. It's -3. We have probably... Oh, Slavic paganism is actually going down. So we might want to start out by building some sort of a shrine. That's interesting. Zadruga Stockade. Alright. Which gives me +1 scholar, +1 public order, wealth from culture, which is going to be reduced by 50% because of our faction traits. But yeah, we're going to build a well for now. Wow, those are actually pretty nice pictures. I actually quite like them. We can actually build this one, which is going to consume a little bit of food, but it's going to give us irrigation and fertility. It's going to give us public order. So I'm thinking about building this one. It's just better. Well, that's our religious building. Yeah, the well just gives us sanitation. My bad. So, yeah. We're going to build that. We're going to have to start by that because once we start converting provinces and stuff like that, it's, you know, public order is going to come up. Like, it's going to go up by itself. So, it's going to be cool. So, I can upgrade my village. It's going to cost me some food, which I have plenty of. I start with 2 farms, which I think I'm going to actually upgrade those farms. I really want to get... Slavic raiders, so it'll be pretty cool. It's gonna give me +20 from animal husbandry, and it's gonna give me 12 additional food per fertility level. Plus, it's gonna give me some wealth, which is gonna be multiplied by 2 because I have 100% bonus as I'm the Veneti. So let's do that. Let's build this as well. As for our army, we have our faction leader. His name's Darko. And we have some factions, some units here. Some archers, some Slavic axe levy. Wow, those guys look pretty badass. I like the lack of shirt, sort of look like the Berserkers, but of course not that scary and crazy. As for the tech, for now I really wanna do some civic stuff. Since I don't know, let's see the diplomatic situation and see if we're gonna be going to war anytime soon. So this thing here, we might actually want to go there and try to colonize it there. Let's see which province this settlement is part of. So let's go there. It's actually part of our province, and it's got gemstone as well, which is going to be a nice trading resource. So we might start it off peacefully and just like create like a small army just to go there. My income is not great, but for now I only have 2 settlements and I'm upgrading my buildings, so I'm not really going to need that much money. But let's see here. Let's see if there is a general that's going to be good at like colonizing and like managing in general. Let's see here. Marksman, Taskmaster. Wow, we have a lot of people available. We're better off. Well, yeah, I can take my faction here. He's got Warcry. He's a relentless archer, which is not really going to be that helpful. But yeah, we're going to build like a small army. Oh, we gotta recruit some more men in this one as well. Wouldn't be too bad because there's just 11 men. We can only recruit Slavic Levy Spearmen, which they have good attack against cavalry, which is going to be useful if we're fighting the Huns and the nomadic factions. But they have poor armor, low health, so they're pretty crappy overall. So yeah, we're going to create like a few of them. We're going to recruit them. And yeah, it's just bad that I can't really do much about it. I can't really build any sort of barracks or something like that. I guess I'm going to have to wait for my population. I can get a governor as well. They're all like... I don't really have people in my faction. I have a daughter. So, I guess we can like go to one of the other Slavic factions and try to like establish like an early alliance. If we could, like... The Slovenians, like they're sort of okay, I guess. Let's see if we're gonna
Although my ancestors and people
I don't actually see the option to actually give them my, wait, so, let's see here. So, she is, yeah, she's my daughter. So, I should be able to marry her off to someone. That's my son. It would be too bad if we seek wife at this point. Well, let's actually try, like, the other... let's see those guys if they have anything to offer. Yeah, there is arranged marriage. We can demand wife. She's uncanny, which is gonna give our guy like +1 personal influence, which is not gonna be too bad. So yeah, I'm gonna take her. But he is not willing to actually give her to me, so that is unfortunate. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. Let's see if we can establish any sort of trade relations with those guys. Nope. Those guys not even gonna bother. I'm actually planning to attack them after I colonize the settlements. So yeah, Slovenians, they're probably not gonna want a trade agreement as well. Well, once I get this gemstone, I'm actually gonna increase my chances of getting like a trade agreement. So I guess we're gonna have to wait for that. Can't really marry her off to anyone. Those guys look very cool with their beards. I like it. Alright, this guy, he can be a companion as well, just for some extra stuff. Although we have pretty good control and power and dominion and all that, so. Alright, haven't played this game in a while, so I might suck. But, oh yeah, I can get a provincial governor, of course. I completely forgot about that. Maybe I should have actually, let's see if I can fix that. He would have been better off, like, being a governor instead of a general. So how do you change the general in an army? Is it like here? Yeah, I can replace this general. I can take someone else. This guy, or let's say this guy. And where's my... Yeah, he's returning from duty, so he's gonna become the governor like next turn. So this turn I'm just gonna end it without like a governor. So yeah, let's do that real quick. We're starting at a very border of the map, which I like. It's pretty cool. Hopefully no one's gonna be attacking us. It might not be, you know, very easy, like an easy campaign, but you know, we'll see. Now I'm gonna just start out by, okay, so political obstruction. So this didn't work, so I can lose 10 influence for like this guy, which is all of his influence, but I'm gonna take it back like fairly soon. He's gonna become the provincial governor. So yeah, he's gonna get his influence back. That's fine. We actually have different edicts that we can issue. Perun's Glory, which is gonna give me research rate, and it's gonna give me +4 bonus from presence of Slavic culture, Slavic paganism, actually, which is sort of the same thing. We can do this as well. I want to do some growth. Wouldn't be too bad if we can build some extra buildings. So that's what I'm gonna take. I guess we're gonna, once we finish this building, we're gonna drive this like upwards. We're gonna get Slavic paganism back to like a majority. So it's gonna be alright. Alright, this army. Let's recruit just like a couple more, right? Let's do that, and that's pretty much it. Let's see here. Next turn, I'm gonna have my sacred like grounds building, so that's gonna be cool. And we'll see if we can, you know. At this point, I cannot recruit any agents, so I'm gonna have to hope that the building is gonna fix like the whole situation with the religion. So let's check it out. So now it's starting to slowly go back up, which, yeah, I'd prefer it if it were going, you know, up, like, faster. But, I'll take that. It's fine. As for this, I can upgrade my city, which wouldn't be too bad. It's going to give me some growth. At this point, we really have a lot of food. We can really afford that. We're building extra farms, so should be okay. And, here, let's start going towards the settlement. We're going to try to colonize it. I don't remember, like, I haven't colonized, like, settlements in quite a while, so, I'm not sure if I can colonize it with, like, an army this small, But I guess like once you colonize, you actually lose like a bunch of men. So I guess they're just like these units are gonna go, you know, they're gonna be very depleted. Let's see here. What if I build this? It's a hunter scam. It's a nomadic building. It's gonna give me recruitment costs and stuff like that. Right now, I'm not really recruiting, and I'm not gonna be for quite a few turns since I don't really have any buildings. So let's actually go for. Let's go for this, right? Yeah. I guess I'm gonna complete this whole tier at the start. Won't be too bad. So yeah, sanitation is fine. I forgot to check that. It's just 0 everywhere. Farms don't really have any negative, you know, modifiers when it comes to squalor and anything like that. So that's pretty cool too. All right, we're gonna have a very peaceful campaign at the start, which is very untypical for Total War. But you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. We're just gonna go colonize the settlement, and then we're gonna start fighting the, you know, some of the Baltic tribes. It'd be pretty cool if they, well, there's like, I guess the Burgundians like count as a Baltic tribe, which they added as a DLC, but it wouldn't be bad if they make another one for like the, you know, the other Baltic factions. Would be an interesting DLC in my opinion. All right, let's go there. We're gonna need one more turn to do it. Yep. Venedian pastures, and we have unseasonal conditions. We're gonna we have good winter, which what does it actually do? Not that it matters so much, but just want to know. Good winter, +2 sanitation and +10 wealth from industrial buildings, which we have none of, so doesn't really matter. Growth is going up steadily, which is good because I want to build barracks here. We're gonna need like a lot of buildings in general, so the more growth I have, the better. And those settlements, you know, this one only has 4 slots, this one only has 3, so we're gonna have to conquer at one point. There's another settlement we can actually colonize, so that's cool. We encountered the Magyars the previous turn. They're not very happy with us because we have cultural aversion and religious aversion, so yeah. We've given gifts to the Huns, apparently. Alright, so they're okay with us. They're really powerful at this point. They already have some satrapies, and they're at war like half the factions in the game. Alright, whatever. It's not that important. Let's see if we can do that. No. Okay, let's just give up. Whatever. Let's end the turn, and we're gonna try to colonize the settlement now. And then, well, I'm gonna have to wait for a few turns before I can build those barracks, because I need some more population surplus, so I'm gonna have to wait for that for a little bit. Alright, maybe like West Rome is like fighting. It's taking a while, so yeah, I mean the, you know, the fall of the empire starts from like pretty much turn 1. You have like tribes all over the place. So yeah, let's go there, try to colonize it now. It's got a port as well, which wouldn't be too bad. We're gonna need 480 men. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. They're not even that depleted, so that's cool. You know, we can build Slavic raiders because we actually finished the farm, so that's good. And now we're gonna have to start rebuilding the settlement. We're gonna be able to build this next turn, rebuild the port. So yeah, there's a jetty. We're gonna have some ships, and we're gonna have some wealth from commerce, which again is reduced because of our faction. But you know, that's fair, since we have great bonuses when it comes to farming. It's cool they have a faction that's like really into farming. It's an interesting mechanic, because you know you usually rely on like fertility and stuff like that. As like playing as most factions. So it's like nice to have a faction that even like makes a living off of like farms. You know, they gain a lot of money from it, which is usually, you know, you don't expect your farms to give you a lot of money. All right, we just grew our Imperium, which doesn't really matter at this point. Still very early in the game for it to really matter. I cannot build that for some reason. I guess I'm gonna have to build this first. I'm gonna have to finish it. So yeah, that makes sense. We're growing our population pretty fast as well, so very glad about that. And let's see how the religion is going as well. Still at 39%. It's growing very, very slowly. I cannot have any agents. Let's actually try to, well, we're gonna need the Shrine of Perun, which is a tier 2 religion building. Where can I build that? I guess I can only build this in my capital, right? Yeah, in the city region. Yeah, city religion. I can only build it in cities, so we're not gonna get access to any, at least not any, what do you call those? Dignitaries, right? Like priests. We're not gonna get access to them anytime soon. Let's try to finish this tier now, just to get this bonus. +1 public order. It's not that big of a deal, but just gonna finish the tier. Public order is going up, which is very nice to see. We have extra growth since it's the summer. So yeah, so far so good. My factioneer leveled up as well. He's gonna be a general at one point, so we're just gonna give him those. How old is he? He is 22 years old. My guy's 35, so I don't see him dying anytime soon, so that's cool. Alright, let's end the turn. I guess we can have like a couple more turns before we end the episode. I really wanted to have like a battle, but apparently the Venedians have a very peaceful campaign at the start, which you know, can go down like really quickly. Can just get real fast, but you know, apparently for now we're just gonna, you know, build and stuff. There you go. There's the first declaration of war, just as I was saying that. So we have the Lugians here. Alright, well, sure. According to this, we're pretty much equally powerful. I'm just gonna have to move my army, you know, to hold the settlement, since they're probably gonna attack it. We have the Magyars. Wow, they're really close. That's not good. It's not good at all. They don't like us as well. Wow. Alright, well, we might have to start moving this army towards the settlement, because I'm not really concerned about those guys like attacking the settlement here. We're just gonna keep rebuilding it. Plus, like, it's not really worth it. If I lose it, it's not that big of a deal. So we're just gonna try to go there. We're actually gonna do forced march as well. And too bad I cannot build more, like I cannot recruit more men, so that's unfortunate. But I'm gonna keep this army here in case the Magyars just decide to go crazy and like declare war on me, which is not that crazy if you think about it. They're just more powerful, right? Yeah, they have more hordes like coming this way. It's a walled settlement, so I'm not too concerned about it. The guys are usually pretty dumb. Those guys not really friendly.
We will gladly listen to your
yeah. Oh, they're the Geats.
greetings. Now speak
They have
plainly,
timber.
for we are
What else? Those guys. I'm just
Well,
trying
met,
just
friend.
to see if it's gonna work. Alright, it's not gonna work. So this is gonna be it for this episode. Things started getting interesting. We're gonna see if those guys are gonna declare a war on us, which you know, I'm pretty sure they are at one point fairly soon, and we're at war with those guys already, like over here. So yeah, this is gonna be it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.